Okay, hi again everybody. It's Wednesday the 14th of June, an ambient of about 24 degrees. It's a glorious day today. I'm going to say just right for doing this sort of thing. The bees are flying well, so the hives will be, dare I say it, depleted of quite a quantity of the flying bees, and hopefully then just worker bees left in the hives. But what we're going to do today is to find the queen in this hive, the buckfast, put her into the Nicot cage so that she can lay eggs, and then transfer a few frames into my starter colony. But let's get on in there and well, see what develops. Should be able to find the queen quite well because she is marked. Well, there's a brood out here. Got to keep a sharp eye out because she may well be out to this extremity. I found her. She's actually here. Right, I can't afford to keep her out too long. Just going to pop her into my pocket. Don't know if you can see her in there. What I've got to do is open the Nicot cage. There are bees working in there. Open the Nicot cage. There we are, there's a little lug. Now I'll bring the queen out. Right, there she is. She's wandering around in there now, white marked. She's last year's, and as you can see, the worker bees have been working the unit. Now, what I'm going to do now is to remove a frame of brood to put into a starter hive. So here's the starter hive. It's got a feeder on top. I will show you the frame configurations maybe in a minute, but probably through the course of the next few days, because there's some manipulation needed there. Now I've got the starter entrance open, but only on a ventilation basis. Now there's brood in there, larvae stage. That's not quite what I want. And there's brood in here and there. Just making a judgment on this at the moment. I would say yeah, what I'm going to do is use this frame here. It's got a fair amount of larvae in it. Capped brood, which I think in the next few days should be evolving. So that's going in there. I'm going to shake a couple of frames of worker down, because workers are what we need in here. Not the best of shakes. Okay. So what we do now is just push the frames up together. So in this hive what we want to do is to firstly find the queen, because I want to shake some more bees down, worker bees down into that starter hive. So we've got to make sure we find the queen. She again is marked. I think that's probably going to be the frame that I use. This area down here, by the way, is really just drone foundation. It's slightly larger than normal, as you beekeepers would be aware. Oh no, saying that, it's going to be this frame that I use. So that's the fourth one in. And I see the queen. She's on this next frame. I don't know if you can see her wandering there. What I'm just going to do is just pin her down. Without her obviously falling in there. Just put her down. Shake down a few more. putting the queen back in. So we'll take that queen capture device off. There she is again, wandering. And let's close the hive up. However, what we want to do now is to take a frame of honey out of this, stores out of this rose hive. I noticed a pretty decent frame in there a couple of days ago when I came up. Look at that. Stores in there. That's nice and heavy. Now I'm going to shake that down. Okay. And I will quickly then put it back in here. Now the stores can go adjacent to the outer wall. What I'll do is quickly show you that on film, hopefully. So that's what we've got now. Stores, brood, foundation, and in the middle I'm going to put the starter cell cup frame and a frame of pollen. Let's just get that closed up. Now that is about it. All I'm going to do now is put a couple of just ordinary frame, carcass frames in here, so that I give it some stability when I'm travelling back home with this, because it's going home with me tonight. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. It gives me that rigidity in there. I'm going to put the feeder on top. So there we go. I'll put a bungee strap on that, make sure it's nice and secure, and then get it off home and stick it in the garage for a day or so. And then in, as I say, 4 days time, we'll come back to the Nicot cell and hopefully be able to retrieve a number of cell stroke start larvae. But again, I'll explain that to you in a few days time. Beautiful afternoon here. I'm off home now. Bye for now.